So I'm doing a bit of a random video today. I don't know what I want to talk about. I just want to talk for the sake of doing these communication exercises. I can't remember exactly what I went on last time, like what I was chatting about, like when I went off on, right? Just chatting away. So I'm gonna maybe recap some of that, but I'm gonna try to talk about today about trance states. So when you hear the word trance state, you think of someone with a black and white spiral thing or whatever, and they're like hypnotizing you and putting you in a trance state where you're highly suggestible and you're in a semi-conscious state, right? That's the whole point, right? You're in a trance state, so it's a semi-conscious state. What I'd argue is that, where's the camera? What I'd argue is that we're all in a trance state, right? Because a trance state is defined as something that is semi-unconscious, right? And I'd argue no one's actually fully conscious. You go to any person, they're gonna have their problems, they're gonna have their own reasons as to why, like their own, they're gonna be responsible for those issues to a certain degree, right? And I'd say a lot of that is that they're unconscious or they're unaware of certain things, right? And probably fucking not doing this justice right now, but let me go again. Okay, so it's like what's happening right now is because I've chucked the camera on me. I'm like I wouldn't say shutting down, I'm like more self-critical, right? So everything I'm saying, I'm running through a filter. So okay, to completely tangent the topic here, when you drink alcohol, what happens is you delay the reaction time between thought and action. So say normally there's like a 0.001 second delay between what you think and say. When you drink alcohol, there's like a 0.0000001 second reaction, right? So it's quicker, right? And that's why people like getting drunk, because it makes everything you do more congruent. Like one of the things I noticed about going out sober was that everyone's so congruent. Like if you're drunk, it's like you think something, you say it. You hear the music, you want to dance, you just do it, right? You're not thinking. Where if I'm sober, you see other people are sober, or people haven't had enough to drink or whatever, it's like you're there and the music's playing, but you're thinking so much about everything you're doing. Like you're like, oh, I'm gonna, okay, I guess I'm gonna dance now. You're like, and it's just so like bad. Like it's bad, right? It's not that everyone is objectively dancing better than you, it's that they're more congruent. They're like, oh, I'm gonna dance now, and then they dance. They just listen to music, they dance, right? And that's why people love alcohol, right? You drink alcohol, you can actually go dance. You're not constantly self-judging, critiquing, running it through a filter, like, is this acceptable, is this not acceptable? So what happened there was, when I put the camera on me, I instantly started thinking, oh my God, like, is this the best way of saying that? Is, you know, am I sitting the right way, right? And I don't even know what I was doing something like this, right? Because I was trying to sit up towards the camera. Just stuff like that, right? I'm running it through that filter, and there's a huge delay between thought and action. So that was what was happening there, and it's good to say it. Probably once I clocked what I was doing, I'm probably gonna notice when I watch this back, I was a lot more congruent after that point, because one, I caught it and I had it in my hand, and I was like, okay, well, this is what it is. And two, I was actually kind of excited about, oh my God, this is what's happening, right? So it made me a lot freer to express and think, mainly just to think, right? It's like, I feel, okay, completely go off into another tangent here. It's still to do with it, but it's a whole other topic. Why is it I felt free to say that word, right? Free to say something, or like I'm safe to do it now, right? Like to, you know, express or think or this or that. It's because whenever you're in a situation where you're unsure of yourself, or there's a certain lack of competency, your brain interprets that as I'm unsafe, I'm uncertain, right? And from that point, your brain will then start almost reeling you in. So say if you go to a club, it's a very weird place for a lot of people. Like you're just like, who are all these people? Like, what's everyone trying to do here? Like like if you're sober, that is, right? And I think that puts people more in their head. So it's like when I would first talk to people like, oh yeah, I'm gonna go out sober now, blah blah blah, I'm not gonna drink as much. I just say people like, oh my God, like, especially at uni, they're like, I could never go out sober. I could never go out sober. Like never, right? they sound more certain of that than anything, right? They're so, like, there's like a fear there. It's like, never, ever, ever, it's so bad, right? I hate it. But then they love going out, but they have to go out sober. It's disgusting, right? And it's because it's a social situation where, you know, people's self-identity is being questioned, their self-worth, all of this stuff, right? It's like, am I cool or whatever, right? Like, type of thoughts you have when you first start going out, like, oh, I hope I'm cool, I hope I look like attractive, or blah, 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 whatever it is. For, like, you know, most people, like 90% of people going out, that uncertainty there, that, you know, lack of competence in knowing how to navigate those environments and this and that. Drink, because then it's almost like their base is like, this is how far from thought to action. It goes to a situation like that, it makes it way worse because you're like judging yourself or you're judging other people, but then suddenly you need to drink and it's like, you know, claps it down. You're like, oh, I can finally just move and dance and think and talk without judging myself. That's why you fucking nuke yourself with the alcohol. And that's why now, knowing this, it's so hard for me to like actually drink and enjoy it, because most of the times I drink is like, it's a social environment and I'm like, dude, like I know how to kind of ease into this and have a good time and be crazy and like stupid without having to drink, right? Like, I'm fucking stupid enough. Like, I don't need to make myself more stupid. So yeah, that's why I was, so that just kind of explains why I was like, maybe like season up there a bit on camera. Or it felt to me like I was, maybe I was being too self-critical. It felt to me like I wasn't being fluid enough. And then I'm really happy about talking about this right now, because I just said, again, I started the video not knowing what I was going to talk about. And the reason I'm so happy about talking about this is because for me, I started this whole 100-day or 100 video challenge now because I was worried about, because I wanted to expand my skills of communicating, especially on video, right? Particularly on video, for my business, right? I think I know who I am, but then I also, and by that I mean I know me at my best, I know me at my worst, relative to like what I'm trying to do. And what I'm trying to do is communicate properly in a way that people can understand and is relatable and this and that, where I feel like it's me talking, not, you know, my, like me when I'm like here, where I can barely talk and I'm like in some defensive, insecure haze. I'm like, hey guys, like I'm gonna be talking about this today, and like that. Like it's gonna happen to everyone, but the whole point is I want to get it to the point where I'm so comfortable on camera and I'm so out of my own way. I'm not judging, I'm not critiquing, I'm not worried about people's opinions, which is again just an extension of you judging yourself. It's not actually anyone doing it, right? And even if they did, it's like, all right, cool. Like that's your issue. It's not my issue, right? If there's good, that's the thing. If there's good feedback there, if they're like, hey, bro, you need to stop like picking your nose, I'm not gonna be like, you're just hating. Like, it's like, I'm gonna be like, okay, fair enough, there's good feedback. If someone's like, you look like a homosexual, it's like, okay, maybe like I wear like a pride jumper or something, but you're probably just saying that because you're hating, right? It's like, I can't do much about it. If I look like a homosexual, I'm not doing anything overtly homosexual, right? Like, that's probably you just hating. If they're like, you're ugly, it's like, bro, like, okay, I try to get a haircut or something, I can't do much about that, right? So, it's like, that's great feedback, thanks, bro. Like, but again, it's like, if I can reduce all of that denseness in my thought, when I'm talking to the camera, it's actually me talking to the camera now. So if I'm talking to you about, hey, I can provide this service to help you get out of pain, there will be something in my communication that is, I'm literally just saying what I mean. I'm congruent to that. Where if I'm here and I'm like, hey guys, I'm gonna get you out of pain today, let's go. But then the whole time it's like, oh my god, I hope I look cool, like, oh my god, like, you know, blah blah blah, whatever type of self-critical stuff I could be saying. I feel like people can just look at it and be like, again, none of this is conscious. Like, the average person wouldn't even understand any of this stuff I'm talking about, right? Well, they would, but like, not to like big, like, act like we're talking about like like some super high level physics here or something. I don't know, maths or something. But you know, you normally don't think about any of this, right? So it's like when I'm saying to the camera like, hey, I can help you out, but I've got all that stuff in my head, what I'm really saying is, I'm not here, you shouldn't listen to me because I'm too busy thinking about myself. Where if I can get out if I can kind of get out the way of myself and it's just me and I'm just talking about what I'm talking, all I'm focusing on is thinking about what I'm talking about, I think that comes across so much better. And that's what like sales is, that's what the social media stuff is, right? It's like, I'm here and I'm doing this. It's not just, hey, I'm here and I'm saying a bunch of words, but really my whole internal dialogue and energetic disposition is towards trying to look a certain way and trying to be perceived a certain way. So yeah, like, you don't really need to listen to this because it doesn't concern you. Whereas like, if all me's out the way, it's only you or what I'm doing or who I'm trying to address. And that's what I want to get down. I'm so happy to articulate it this way because I feel like I've really done it justice right now. And again, I didn't even know what I was going to talk about. I'm so gassed, I'm so cool. Wow, I done such a great video, right? Me. But yeah, that's a cool video. I'm happy about that. I'll watch it back over, see what else I can improve on. That's good. Maybe the next few videos won't be as good, it doesn't matter. I'm just gonna keep plugging away and keep trying to work on my communication and getting me out of the way. So, thank you.